Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another this isn't a first play on launch day, first play the day after launch day. This game is called Ellie, and this is an action fighter game, I guess you would call it. Definitely not a casual game. Don't know why it's listed here as casual, but it is made by the developer Ellie and published by Illuma Corp, who has a ton of games on Steam. This game comes in at 99 cents with a 30% discount its first week. It did launch yesterday on January 28th, so I guess it was about a week late in launching. And it says Ellie's an ordinary urban girl who is keen on shooting but has never held a real weapon in her hands until this moment. Now, this girl is fighting for her family and her city, killing evil spirits, which is happy to eat the parts of her body. Okay, I think that means which are, or who are. Killing evil spirits who are happy to eat the parts of her body. So, language barrier here. Developers probably Russian, I'm guessing. We've seen a lot of Russian developers with these 99-cent games and stuff like that. But this game comes in 99 cents, guys. We're going to find out if Ellie is worth a damn. And we'll be back to do that right after this.
Zaxtor 99.
Alright, welcome back everybody. This is Ellie. We just launched the game and I believe it is made with a Godot engine because I tried it for just a couple of seconds. I was trying to set up my OBS and when I went to exit the game, it did crash, requiring me to exit, forcefully exit the game. And when I did that, I saw an error pop up that said that the Godot app was still running. So definitely a game made with the Godot engine, if that's how you pronounce it. But every time I launch the game, it does come up by default in Russian. So even though I already switched it to English, it didn't stick. Move with WASD and shoot with space. Not really sure I like that, especially I like games where you can kind of control where you're shooting and shoot with the left mouse button. Even if you can't control where you're shooting with the arrow, it's still nice to be able to shoot with a mouse button. But we're going to go ahead and give this game a try. Notice there are no other options at all except for choosing English or Russian. So let's go ahead and click play here. Alright, so we got a health bar up there at the top left and a score. I guess it's a multiplier there. Okay. Okay, so the score gets bigger when you score. Yep, I've got a 2 times multiplier now. Alright. I don't know why there's only the music. I don't really hear the firing sounds. I don't hear any kind of death sounds. No impact sounds of the bullets at all. Just got the music. I don't know if the music is up too loud, but again, we don't have any way to control the... oh, I died. Okay. Defeated, score, exit. I don't have a choice to replay. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I do want to see if that's all there is just this, like this one map, and these same enemies over and over and over again. Or if we actually move to another street or another level. I want to see if there's any bosses that we'll end up fighting. Any different guns, any power-ups. I haven't seen anything like that yet. Yeah, I still looks like I still got all my health. Okay. Running out of room here, man. Some of these move faster than others. Okay, I didn't even get touched there and I died. Like, the collision detection here feels really, really cheap. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like dying and losing health when I feel like I don't even get touched. Boom, boom, boom. Mouse does nothing. There's no other keys except WASD and space. See, I didn't even get touched there. Like, that's some bogus BS, man. Alright. Alright guys, after playing this game for just a few minutes, I can already tell you that Ellie is what we would expect of a lazy Russian low-effort game. There's really the same enemies over and over and over again. Doesn't look like there's any new maps. Looks like you're stuck on the same map over and over and over again. The controls do not let you use the mouse to fire or any other button to fire except the spacebar. You can use WASD and the arrow keys, but that's pretty much it. It's full of deaths where you don't even get hit or you feel like you don't even get touched and you'll die when the enemies are like several feet away. So the collision detection is god-awful, which makes the game feel really cheap. I know this is a 99-cent title, but there are just way better games that you can buy for 99 cents on Steam than Ellie here. This is just a very lazy, very rushed, quick game, trying to make a quick profit, and I'm not impressed by Ellie at all. Typically, I like these kind of games. Typically, I like bullet hell, action shooters like this. But no, Ellie right here is, in my opinion, it's not worthy of being on Steam for any amount of money. Like, I feel like I wouldn't even play this game for free if it was free, just because there's so many better games out there of this type. This is just like I said, this is just a low-effort money grab, to put a title out there. Just because you're a girl doesn't make the game any better, and just because they have, zombies that you kill doesn't mean that this game should cash in just because you can shoot zombies. There's just way better games out there than this. This game is absolutely terrible, guys. It looks like it stays on the same map. Looks like there's no bosses. All you're going to do is kill these same enemies over and over and over again. I would be surprised if the game ever moves on. I think it's just going to eventually, you're eventually going to get overwhelmed. See, I can't even move down there to shoot those guys. I guess you have to get away from them. I am increasing my multiplier, as you can see, times 61 multiplier. So the longer you live, the more score you're going to get. While I'm actually talking, this is the highest score I've gotten. I've played this game maybe 10 minutes so far. So, the game doesn't have any kind of, no custom controls, but you also cannot use a controller. I don't believe there's any kind of high score list, so you can't compete with your friends on Steam. I'm almost dead, and I died right there. But yeah, I mean, it's as lazy a action 99-cent game as you can make. Even though it works, it's just not fun. It's uninspired. There's no heart and soul here, and the only thing I feel when I play the game is quick, low-effort money grab, and that's it. Guys, let's go ahead and review Ellie here on Steam and give it my standard review. Just based on my first impressions, guys, like I said, I'd be surprised if you ever move on to any new map. I'd be surprised if there is any kind of boss or anything. There's no new weapons to get. No weapons or anything drops. There's no way to earn coins to buy new weapons. It's just a low-effort, quickly made game. Value at 99 cents, even the 69-cent sell price its first week right now, is extremely low just because there's so many better games for that price on Steam. Guys, value here, even at 99 cents, it's going to be extremely low. I'm going to give this game a 5 out of 40. Next criteria is fun. How much fun is the game? Well, I mean, the game's a little bit of fun. This is more my subjective part of the scoring, but this game is definitely not an amazing amount of fun just because there's nothing interesting about the game except shooting the same, what do we have, 3 or 4 different sprites here over and over and over again with nothing, no power-ups, no new weapons, no bosses, no new levels. This is just, yeah, I mean, you add in the element of feeling like you get killed with cheap hits where they don't even touch you, and it makes the game even more frustrating. Guys, my fun level on this is worth 30 points, but my fun on this game, I'm going to give it about 10% of my overall score, a 3. So fun is a 3 out of 30. Next criteria for this game is controls and bugs. How well does the game control? How are the bugs? I don't like the fact that they don't let you use the mouse button to fire, or at least set up your, your preferred keys for movement. And then there's all kinds of bugs. The bugs of feeling like you get hit when you don't even get hit, when they're a good distance away from you, is extremely frustrating. The fact that the game crashes when you try to exit the game is another bug that I'm going to have to take away points for. The fact that there's no sound effects of shooting or enemies getting hit, I consider that a bug. It's a lack of polish, but I consider it a bug because I feel like it's something that should be in a simple game like this, and it's just not there. Guys, the controls work, WASD work fine, but there's just too many bugs, guys. I'm going to go ahead and be generous and give this game a 5 out of 20 for controls and bugs. The next criteria, guys, is graphics and sound. How are the graphics? How are the sound? Well, pretty retro graphics. I mean, for the type of game that it is, I guess the game isn't too bad, but I do feel like this, is probably already using a pre-made map and pre-purchased assets or free assets for the enemies and even for your character. So I'm not really impressed there. Guys, for the type of game this is, I'm going to go ahead and again be generous. I'm going to give this game a 3 out of 10, and I'm just not impressed with this game. So if you add that all up, guys, 5 for value, 5 out of 40 for value, 3 out of 30 for fun is 8. I said 5 out of 20 for controls and bugs is 13. And then a 3 out of 10 for graphics and sound, guys, you wind up with a 16%. This game is bad enough to make my M.I.S.S series just because they're asking money for this game, and I feel like this game could probably be made in an hour or two, and they're actually asking $1 for this game. This game will make M.I.S.S series number 35 just because I feel it's that big of a money grab. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. This game is definitely not recommended, and this is Zaxtor99. I'll be back here in a little bit with a review of a game that you guys can get for 99 cents. It is a way better game and a way better value for your money with replayability that'll probably have you playing the game over and over and over again. So be sure you watch out for that new video, and that is coming up later on today right here on my channel. We'll see you then, everybody. This has been Zaxtor99. Take care.